Made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. She like, they go. She like, they go. Okay. Okay. That knock. What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich.
Popovich
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. Let's talk about Marcus Houston. Let's talk about Marcus Houston. Speaking of the red pill, the manosphere, the war going on outside, no man is safe from. You can run from streets that we done took. You walking with your head down. I'm talking about the men and the women, the double standards, what applies to men, what don't, what's in our favor, what's not, what applies to women, what's in their favor, what's not. Marcus Houston, you know, R&B, B2K, and bump. You know, I think that is Marcus Houston. Is that Omarion? No, I think that's Omarion. But anyway, Marcus Houston, and let me hear you say, "Oh, Scorpios, we the best." Let me hear you say, "Oh." He recently was under a lot of fire for talking about how he went and dated single baby moms, or a single mother rather, and his wife is young. You know, I think he in his early 40s, 41, maybe just turning 40. I think his wife is like 21 now, 22, but he met her when she was young. This is before we get into the rights and the wrongs of this shit, because that's really what he was under a lot of scrutiny for, because she young. He was what's the word women like to use? He was grooming her. You know what I mean? He was finessing her. I will say this though, the story of the mutual friend introducing him, or however that goes, and I believe he's a Jehovah Witness, or he's a part of the church Latter-day Saints. You know what I mean? I'm being funny, but I'm not. And I grew up in the church playing the drums in the church and shit. You know what I mean? Shout outs to all the churchgoers. Shout outs to anybody that believe in a higher power and knows that we ain't put ourselves here, and one day we will have to answer for the life that we choose to leave on this earth. You're gonna answer for that shit. You ain't getting away, and you think you getting away, you're not. That's my belief. You can believe what you want to believe. But anyway, with that being said, he a Jehovah Witness or whatever, right? Only thing I was looking at with the side eye is the time he met his wife, who introduced him, and how did that dynamic play a part? Like if she was so young, say she was 17, I think they were saying about to be 18, he was in his late 30s, about to be 40. How does that play a part, right? But no matter how it played a part, he like, yo, we didn't get married, or we didn't start having any interactions until she was 18. This is why I'm bringing up the 18. But for the women in the back, like where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? For y'all, that's like, men that wanted women that's younger, outside of the looks. Most of us, when it comes to relationships, we want somebody that we deem physically attractive, that we deem desirable, pleasing to the eye, and that's why beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You know, we all have different scales and views on how we view beauty. What we think is attractive, what attracts us, what floats our fancy. Cool. He thought she was desirable, etc. But women was like, he groomed and it's a little cringy and this and this and that. And I say, why is it cringy for a woman who just barely turned 18? Let's just say she was barely 18 and she just turned 18. And I got nieces and little cousins that's females, and I love them. And I never would want no man to take advantage of them. And anybody that did some sucker foul underhand shit to them, I would be right there front and center like, what is hidden for? You're not going to do that to mine. That's just a side note. It's my show. With that being said, why is it all right for them to be on FanS only? For them to do BareLY 18, for them to be on Gag Queens, for them to be on Bend Over from the Back and Hanging from Chandeliers and doing all this porn and pornography shit, being sex workers and shit. But it's not okay for her to be married at 18 because he was 40. Because we know that it's young women that's 18 that's selling a box to men that's 40, men that's 30, men that's 35. I mean, if it's on the shelf and you got money, right? Because that's your money, son. Because that's your money. And you can choose to do whatever you want with it. Why is it all right for you to be on FanS only, for you to be selling your box, for you to be a sex worker, just turning 18, but it's not okay for you to marry somebody at 18 in America? Now, if it's underage and the law says whatever it is, then the law is the law. So we're not disputing that. Make no mistakes about what I'm saying. What it is, young lady, we not disputing that. We're not disputing that. I got nieces, I got little cousins that's female. Again, I wouldn't want them to be taken advantage of. I'm going to step in if somebody is trying to take advantage of them. Right, because that's my family. But if you could be barely 18, it's actually a category for that. I mean, like we not no choir boys over here. We know what Lobster Tube is. We know what Pornhub is. And we know if you do a little Google search, you can type up videos for women and young girls that just turned 18. Like you were 17 yesterday, you just turned 18 today, and you got a whole sausage in your mouth. Like a nigga threw a whole Frank stand at you. That's okay because they paid you to do that. Because that's your money, son, and you getting paid, you get into the bag. But a man that's in his late 30s or early 40s can't marry you because he's grooming you, because he's manipulating you, because he's abusing you, because he's doing all this shit to you and puppets on a string and no, there's no strings on me. That argument is weak. I think you need to come better. I think you need to come more correct. And men not going to be shamed about it. Men want younger. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Women want older. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's double standards when it comes to men and women. Some is beneficial for men, some is beneficial for women. It is what it is. You can like it, you can love it, you can dread it, you can run from it, but destiny arrives all the same, right? That's a Thanos reference. But you know what I mean? Destiny arrives all the same. Or should I say, I have. You can be mad at it all you want, but the point is, it's a reason it's a porn category that says barely 18. It's a reason for that. Because men are going online, whether you think they're perverts or not, it's not illegal. It's not illegal. You can have a FanS only and make 100,000, or you can make a whole bunch of money and get Bentleys, Ferraris, and all that shit. But it's not cool for you to get married and be made an honest woman. So this is just for the ladies, because I'm sure they're the only ones that really got a problem with that. Now you can say, how did they meet? When did he meet her? Who introduced them as friends? That I will concede and say, damn, that is, when did you meet her again, my nigga? Like, when did you meet her? Who introduced? Because you were almost 40 and she was almost 18 or 17. What mutual friend introduced y'all? That's the only thing that gave me a little cause for pause. I don't just go with the rush and I don't go along to get along. You're not going to never see that on my channel. I may not always have the right idea, the right train of thought. I may say some shit that's out of line, but I'm not perfect and I can live with that. And the more you talk in front of the camera, you're going to say some shit that's not accurate. People will be able to go rewind and tape like, no, that nigga said this. That nigga said this, or he was on this side. So you may be wrong, but I'm definitely not with no pedophile shit. I'm not with no men taking advantage of none of that. But what I am saying is, in America, and this is America, don't catch you slipping, police be tripping. What I am saying is, if you good enough to make a FanS only, if you old enough to do porn and get it taken from the back, you old enough to get married to a guy that's older than you because the law says you can. So who the fuck is us to judge and have an opinion? Well, you can have an opinion, but who are you to make this man try to feel some type of way because he went and married her and they seem happy. She seems happy. Now, we find out in the future he doing some underhand shit, or he was a scumbag, and you know, obviously they were supposed to have allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, been touched or manipulated by older people, which is fucked up. So maybe they thinking ain't right, and it's like, I was hurt, so I'm gonna hurt you. Hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. Misery loves company. It could be something like that. But overall, they seem happy. They seem like their marriage is based in, you know, scripture. Then let them be happy. You know what I mean? Let them be happy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.